everyone, welcome to another Infinity Nikki video. And in this video, I will be sharing the outfits I styled using pieces from our current 5-star banner, Call of the Forest, with the 5-star She Is Wildfire and the 4-star Heart of the Deep Forest.
I love how refreshing the cool raindrops feel.
Let's start with this one because the 4-star skirt I felt like would be very hard to style, so let's just start with that. Heart of the Deep Forest, the 4-star, came with this skirt. This is the evolved version of the skirt, so this is the original, by the way. It has this quilt-ish texture, which is why I think most people would find this very hard to style. I did too. I couldn't actually style this version, even though I like the silhouette. I like this. I just wish the texture here was different. I don't know, but this is the evolved version, which I pulled since I got the evolution for the 5-star as well. And I didn't even need to change the color. It is so sparkly and glittery, and it totally reminded me of the mermaid skirt. Okay, it is not as pretty as the snowy ballad skirt, but still, I wanted to style a mermaid-ish look with this. So for the top, I went with Freestyle Soul from Blossoming Future. No dyes. I think, you see, it matches. Even the crisscross stuff here, it's similar, right? And Blossoming Future was a free set in music season. And then for the hair, I used the hair from the 5-star. She Is Wildfire Forest. Forest is the first evolution, but if you don't have that, you could go for this. I initially did start with this version, so she was supposed to have this yellowish orange hair with the blue everything else. That's why the earrings are yellow too, but then I don't know, I liked how this dyed better. Of course, it's the same hair, so if you don't have the evolution, just use this hair. This is a free dye, palette one, I think. Yeah. And by the way, the evolution doesn't make these parts dyeable separately. The extra channels are just for the hair accessory part, so don't pull the evolution just for extra dyeable channels on the hair, because at least with the first evolution, you don't get them. And for the outerwear, Gleaming Grains from Tide of Tears Lament. Here is her without. Actually, maybe she looks better without it because of everything else that's going on. I don't know. I just really like this. Lament is, I think, the glow-up version of Tide of Tears. Could be the first evolution, but for this palette, I think you would need the first evolution. And then no socks because you can't really see, but shoes. Again, you can see very little, so I just used the shoes from the set, Heart of the Deep Forest Crescent Moon. And then for the hair accessories, Antler Dream Dewdrop from Forest Song Dewdrop. So this was the deer banner from version 2.0 mid-season. So antlers. These are the base colors, and Dewdrop is the glow-up version. I didn't pull evolution here, and let me check. Not a free dye. I used both of these palettes because I did have a bunch of palettes unlocked, but I think you can get away with free dyes here from palette 2 and 3, or just not have it dyed. I thought it was worth it. And for the earrings, Deepwood Traces Frontispiece. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Is it like something you have on display? I don't know. And this is from She Is Wildfire, the glow-up version. I'm not gonna try to say that word. I used the yellow version because there was yellow in the necklaces here, and I liked that it's not all blue. There are some other colors. And for the neckwear, this is also from this set, Heart of the Deep Forest. Crescent Moon is the evolution, so again from the same set. And then for the bracelet, Forest's Blessing Dewdrop from Forest Song Dewdrop. Again, the same set as these horns here, without, with. And for the choker, Frozen Vow from Crystal Poems, because, you see, it adds something. I did add this Eureka, so it's a bit hard to see, but the code doesn't copy Eureka. Again, around here. And Crystal Poems is free because it's from the permanent banner. And for the gloves, Celestial Rainbows, I did dye this. So this was in the shop last season. You could purchase this for diamonds, and rings and nails. So pretty. Do you see? It's just this free dye on everything. I think I didn't just select all. I tried dyeing them individually, but it's hard to see. I think you could just select all and select colors and it'll look pretty no matter what. And then for the back piece, Thousand Thoughts from Where Once Young Weaves Life from version 2.2. I did dye it. So original is blue, which actually, you know what? The original does look nice. I don't know, I wanted some purple to maybe match the shading around here. Both work, so if you don't want to dye, the original version still works. Let me check. Okay, yeah, palette 4, so not free. But again, this is a piece I feel like is worth dyeing, and without dyes, they're still pretty. Then for the makeup, I'm using Silver Feathers for the base makeup from Silvergale, Returning Crane for the eyebrows, which was a shop set you could purchase in Dancing Season for diamonds, and I like that these are low and kind of straight, so they're kind of mostly hidden by the bangs anyway, so if you don't have them, it doesn't matter. And for the lashes, Moss Upon Jade from the Once Young outfit. And for the contact, Silver Tears from Silvergale, Brimming Memories for the lips from Tide of Tears, and I'm using Passionate Banquet as the skin tone. So here. Okay, let me hide the Eureka for now, you see. And then Twilight Reflections. Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. And yeah, I am using Eureka, Misty Wave's head without width, and Misty Wave's feet, because I wanted to emphasize the fact that she's supposed to be a mermaid, which is why I'm here currently at one of the beaches. Which one is that? Elderwood Wharf? Yeah. It is nighttime, but it is raining also, and that affects the lighting. Let me change time of day. So this is daytime, and okay. Maybe the lighting here is kind of like this anyway. It is like overcast. You see the clouds there, but doesn't she look so pretty? Running around. I love how the skirt moves when she runs. Hard to style, yes, but I like the movement of it. And yeah, let me switch to nighttime. Here, I love the glowy effects during nighttime from the Eureka and also from this back piece, and the glitter here. Look, she leaves footprints. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone to Crystal Beach, but yeah, you get the idea. And in the waves, yeah, I think you can take some really nice pictures of her as a mermaid. We need some sitting down poses. Anyway, here is the next look. I am so proud of this, but yeah, this does clip. I will get to that. So for this one, I started with the dress and I used the glow up version of the dress for this. So here's what it looked like originally. I dyed it using 3 colors, and then the hair is from the 4-star. Okay, let me sort by recent again. This is from the evolved version of the 4-star, so I didn't dye it at all. And yeah, you see the clipping. This hair clips with this back piece, and yeah, I could remove the back piece, but I added black with the hat here and the shoes here. I liked the contrast of the yellow versus the blue and the black, and removing this black takes away from the outfit in my opinion, but I will show you another option. And for the socks, I'm using Unrestrained Fairy Tale from She Is Wildfire. I love the socks and the shoes of the 5-star, so without width, and the shoes. Okay, I did kind of use the Crimson Rhapsody rerun pieces a lot in these looks because I pulled for them when they reran last season, and I didn't get to use these pieces for a styling at all. I don't know, I really wanted to use the pieces, but you could substitute them. So yeah, Crimson Rhapsody, these are the shoes from Delusion, which is the first evolution of Crimson Rhapsody, and Then for the headwear, Wind and Forest Dwelling from Heart of the Deep Forest, the 4-star without, with. And for the earrings, Decayed Hollow Heart, also from Heart of the Deep Forest. And for the bracelet here, I'm using Woven Dew Whisper. So this is from the Spider Ballerina set, Dancing Pearl. Silent Life is the glow up version. So it adds this fuzziness here. You see, it's not actually black, it's blue, dark blue. So, you know, with the black here and the blue here, it works. And for the choker, Blessed Radiance Dewdrop from Forest Song Dewdrop again, that deer banner. And I did dye it. I unlocked so many dyes for this, but okay, these are all free. And for the gloves, Ingenious Design from Art of Tailoring, which was the 4-star from the Crimson Rhapsody banner. So yeah, you could use other gloves or no gloves. The gloves that comes with this set, they're all very pretty. I just wanted her to look like the Mad Hatter-ish, like some kind of Alice in Wonderland vibes, and I felt like this fit. And then for the face decoration, Tower of Sins from Silent Oath Judgment, the 4-star that came with the Saintess banner in version 2.0. And if you have any of these other face decorations, they could work. So you could play around, but I went with the Silent Oath option. Judgment is the evolution. And then for the pendant, I'm using Thornwalker from She Is Wildfire. So yeah, the 5-star does come with this pendant. And I think it does add a lot, especially because you can see this. Even if like this part would get covered, this part would be visible, so it's at a nice height, I think. And for the back piece, I used Dimmed Dream from Crimson Rhapsody Delusion, the first evolution, and this could work. Okay, default colors of this. See, this is black. This was in the shop for diamonds in version 2.0, so if you bought it, I think, yeah, if you don't have it or if the clipping bothers you, I will show you what she looks like when she runs though. She mostly clips when she's standing, actually. Running around, it's fine. And of course, from the front, she's also fine if you want to take pictures. And then for the arm decoration, I'm using Night Shadows from Nefarious Shadows, the ability outfit from the Wanxiang realm, Shadow Shattering. The band part is not visible really, but the whatever dangles from there is. So I think that is pretty. And then for the handheld Snappy Trend, which is the ability handheld you get as a completion reward for Art of Tailoring. And for the makeup, I'm using Starsea Whispers for the base makeup from Sea of Stars, Fanged Fruit for the eyebrows. Okay, this is from the current banner, She Is Wildfire banner, and you see this shaped look here, and it perfectly works with this hairstyle because it's slanted, right? So this eyebrow is visible. The other eyebrow doesn't have this shaped look, so that one is hidden. It doesn't bother me, so I really like this. And for the eyelashes, Fogbound Shade. So, okay, yeah, this is not from the current banner. This is from Crimson Rhapsody, but I don't think it matters that much. You can use other lashes if you don't have that. And for the contacts, Eyes into the World from the Wanxiang outfit. So default, the Wanxiang lenses. I like the heterochromic eyes. And for the lips, Born of Mountains, also from the Wanxiang outfit. Yeah, I feel like this works so well with doll-ish looks or gesture or anything of the sort. And I'm using Nikki's base skin tone. So, okay, here. Moonlit Snow. Twilight Reflections. And Passionate Banquet. And
the earthiness of the soil, the sweetness of the spore drops. The wind here carries so many different scents. You can only find moments like this in Itzaland.
We are in the nameless flower fields because, I don't know, I didn't want to go to the event location, but she will fit the tea party very well. I like all of these looks for different parts of the event. In the moonlight, she looks so pretty. You see, I mean, of course, from the front you can't really tell, but when she's running from the back, it doesn't really clip. And yeah, let me change time of day here. It is very saturated though, the light here. It is a bit desaturated in the event location, but I think they'll still look fine. I got the behemoth in the back. It's fine, it's fine, we'll be fine. And oh, when floating, by the way. And let me show you what the other outfit looks when floating, because yeah, these sleeves, they look different. And yeah, on to the next look. Okay. I had to use the rifle. So the rifle is a completion reward for the 5-star outfit. So I knew I wanted to use that even though it's not technically part of the set. And here I used the hair from the evolved version. I pulled for the evolution. I really like this hair. But I also really like the original hair too. So you could use that if you didn't pull for the evolution. For the top, I'm using the glow up version of the top from the 4-star. And for the bottom, yeah, I wanted to separate the top and bottom from the 4-star. The skirt, that is the other half of this top. So, yeah, Blossoming Future again, dyed, free colors. I don't think I unlocked any dyes for this. Yeah, free. And then for the socks, Forest Trip New Verse from Feathery Song New Verse. This is a free outfit you can get from Ian the Cadence Born. And for the shoes, Hunting Memories. So these are the shoes from She Is Wildfire. And then hair accessories, Misty Twilight Wood song from She Is Wildfire. So it attaches here. So this is from the base version of the set, and the hair is from the evolved version. I actually wanted to use a different hair accessory because, you know, the banner outfit already looks like this, but I liked it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. You don't have to be super out there all the time. For the headwear, part of the Deep Forest Deception. So this is also from the glow up version. Yeah, this one is not super creative. I used pieces from the same set a lot. For the earrings, again, from the same set. But the jewels look so pretty. And then for the choker, Crimson Obsidian from She Is Wildfire. Without, with. Yeah, you can't really see too much with this fit. And then for the back piece, Past Glare. So this is from Crimson Rhapsody. If you don't have Crimson Rhapsody, here's what she would look like. And for the ring, Past and New Life, again, this was a free set from version 1.11. And for the handheld, Wild Blaze of Roses, you can dye it. This is an ability handheld though, so it will glitch during some animations. Like, I think she'll whip out the default one during animations, but for taking pictures and normally as a handheld, it will take on any dyes you use. But yeah, I didn't dye it because the base colors matched the entirety of the fit, and I did use body paint, Drifting Clouds, because this part of her legs was visible. So this was a deep echo piece from a past set, and I did dye it, just area 1 in this free color, so the outline would be more visible, otherwise it kind of blends into her skin. And then for the makeup, Golden Petal Drift for the base makeup from Wishful Rosa, Mysterious Night for the eyebrows from Crimson Rhapsody, Fogbound Shade for the lashes also from Crimson Rhapsody. Again, if you don't have Crimson Rhapsody, I think, yeah, the lashes and the eyebrows, you can switch those out. For the contacts, though, I'm using Burning the Poems from this banner, so I think the contacts matter more than the lashes and the brows, right? And yeah, the effect here is due to the contacts. And then for the lips, Blood Red Night, also from this set. I love this lipstick, and I'm using Twilight Reflections as the skin tone. So here, in Passionate Banquet, in Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow.
a lovely sunny day. Let's check out what the shroomlings are doing.
Should we go somewhere else for this? I mean, yeah, the lighting is a bit warmer than other places, but this is an Itzaland outfit, and I like having that behemoth in the background just jumping. Floating. And running around. She will get rid of the handheld when she can't hold it, of course. And you see, it's raining and the lighting changed immediately, so it's a bit darker now, but it is still daytime. And let me change time of day. Here, nighttime. It is still raining, so again, the lighting matters a lot. The time of day and the location and whether it's raining or not. Let me change time of day again so it's not raining. Here. Okay, really close to the behemoth. You know what? The wolf that you can summon is like the behemoth, kind of. So let me just do that. I have a behemoth of my own. Yeah, and here's what she looks like while riding this wolf. Where's the other one? Where did it go? Anyway, let me get down from that. Oh, there it is. There's mine. Anyway, on to the next look. Okay, I really like this one. I love this hood because you can put the hood up or down, and I like it both ways. So for this one, yeah, this outfit was based around the hood. I did use the first evolution version, but if you don't have that, you could use this. And if you want the green version, you could dye it. I think it does dye well. You see, it takes dyes very well, and yeah, all of the green palettes are locked behind first evolution, but you do have other options like this forest green. I think that is very pretty, but I like this emerald green of the first evolution a lot. And here I used this top because I think any top would do that isn't too covered up. I don't know. So this was a deep echo piece from a past set, but if you don't have it, go for other tops. You can go for the purifying wind top, or this one. Actually, this one works really well, the forest folk top from the gigantification outfit. Actually, yeah, I'm actually liking the forest folk top better, but since I used this black top, I did use this accessory. I will get to that. And for the bottom, Starlit Cowboy. Now this is free from Mysterious Adventurer, a free set you can get around Spira. You can get the sketches around Spira. I do have a video on where you can get the sketches. And for the socks, Lad of Courage. So without, with. And for the shoes, Hunting Memories from She Is Wildfire. Again, I debated on which shoes to use because the base version red matches the skirt. The first evolution version matches the cape. I think both work, but I eventually went with the red shoes. And then for the hair accessory, Dabs of Light. This one, because, okay, for this one, let me just go into the overworld now. And this is how you switch it, by the way. Caps lock, right? Yeah. Here, and then form shift. So she'll take down the hood. Let me show you, because I wanted it to work even if she took down the hood, but I do prefer this outfit with the hood up. Let me just get rid of the Eureka for now. Yeah, the Dabs of Light hair accessory, because you see she has this ribbon tied around her head. I thought she needed something with everything going on here, so I added that, and also this mask. Some sort of volume. I tried to add a hat, but they just didn't work, so yeah, I just like the hood up version. And for the earrings, again, the glow up version of She Is Wildfire, the yellow earrings. And for the neckwear, Forest Hunt Deception. So this is from the 4-star, but the glow up version here. So it adds like it's a double layered necklace, like a choker and necklace, but it counts as a neckwear. I really like that. So you can also layer it with other chokers. Here for the choker, I did use the choker from She Is Wildfire. I think the choker works better than the necklace actually. And for the gloves, Crimson Moonlight from She Is Wildfire. Here, I don't know, maybe no, I still like the red gloves, even though, okay, it does match the shoes and the skirt, okay? And there is some white, but that doesn't bother me. For the face decoration, Night Feather Muse from, this was a Starlit Shop item from way back. I think it was from Music Season. If you started playing after that, of course you don't have that, so use any of the others, or no face decoration would also work because she can have the hood up and then you can see her eyes better. I don't know, other glasses would work, but yeah, I did add the mask to add this volume here, not specifically because I wanted her to have a mask here. And for the pendant, Thornwalker again. And for the handheld, Lost in Doubt. So this is a handheld from Crimson Rhapsody. So if you don't have that and you don't have that top, because I did want to match these, and also that, of course, you could use the Forest Folk top, no handhelds, that works. You could also have the rifle dyed to match this better. And for the makeup, I'm using Sunset's Last Words for the base makeup from this set. And okay, yeah, without the face decoration, you can see the makeup better here. I really like this makeup too. You see, she could be injured, but it could also be a birthmark of sorts. And even with the mask, I mean, this does make a difference. You see, it adds shading around the chin and the nose as well. So I like that. And for the eyebrows, fanged fruits, I just used the eyebrows from this set because you can't really see with this mask. But without this mask, I think the eyebrows do look nice. I don't think you can tell because of this hair that the eyebrows are shaved. Yeah, like this eyebrow is shaved a little, like part of it. But yeah, so I just went with the eyebrows that came with the set because I didn't want to think, and where tears lead for the lashes. Yeah, so if you don't have Tide of Tears, this doesn't matter at all. And for the contacts, Burning the Poems from this set, Born of Mountains, again from the Wanxiang set. Now this is purple and this part is blue, but I think it's fine for what I wanted to go for. Like, she is also supposed to be an Alice in Wonderland character-ish, like someone from there, not specifically an established character in the fairy tale, but she would be someone who attends the tea party. And okay, let me put everything back first. I'm using Twilight Reflections, Passionate Banquet, Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. I'm using Void Hunt Head for the Eureka. And yeah, here's what she looks like in the overworld. Yeah, I think Hood Up just looks better, so let me put that up. See? And yeah, my wolf is asleep. And here she will get rid of the handheld, and you see like bat wings, right? When she does that, when she floats with the default floating ability. And let me change time of day. I was a bit scared for a second, but that was my wolf. It won't do anything to me. Here. And oh, did I unsummon my wolf? No, let me get on it. Here's what she looks like. Wait, does the hood always come down when she's on the wolf? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay, that is interesting. She looks cool like this too, right? And so I will have to put the hood back up. Here. And yeah, yeah, on to the next look. So yeah, this was actually the first look I styled, but it went through many changes, so it's not even remotely similar to what it was before. Okay, the dress, hat, and the cape were there, but I dyed everything after that. They weren't dyed at all. So when I saw the dress, I knew it looked steampunk, so that's what I went for here. So this is the base dress dyed. So this was the original. This is dyed and no unlocked dyes. These are all free. And for the hair, I'm using this hair from Crimson Rhapsody, also dyed, but free dyed. And for the socks, Unrestrained Fairy Tale again from the 5-star She Is Wildfire. And also, if you don't have the hair, I originally started with a free hair, but then I really wanted to use this Crimson Rhapsody hair, so this hairstyle works. This is from Tasting the World Honey Brew. So Tasting the World was a free set from version 2.2. I think this hair fits the steampunk vibe a lot. And then for the shoes, Golden Yesterday from the Saintess banner. So where is it? Here. Yeah, Behind Prayers, dyed in, I think, all free colors. Yeah. And then hair accessory. Yeah, this is a remnant of the previous hairstyle, so I added this from She Is Wildfire to the previous hairstyle, but I think it also works with this because this hairstyle also has many bows. And yeah, those bows are not dyeable, but they match this dress, so this is fine, at least for this look. And for the headwear, Miracle Opening from Fiery Glow, the Fireworks ability outfit from Firework Isles, dyed in free colors, but undyed would also work, yeah. And for the earrings, I'm using Flowering Heart here. I think it's a Deep Echo piece. And for the choker, Imperfect Memory, which was a craftable from last season, version 2.3. And for the gloves, Uncanny Trail Ethereal from Nefarious Shadows Ethereal, the glow-up version of the Shadow Shattering outfit. And for the face decoration, I had to use this. This was so steampunk from the Starlit shop. And also, it's not just the glasses. You see this? And good thing this is visible with this hair too. And for the back piece, Dusky Scales here, the 2.0 purchasable cape, and I did dye it using free colors, without, by the way. And for the makeup, Sunset's Last Word for the base makeup from this banner, Mysterious Night for the eyebrows from Crimson Rhapsody, Fogbound Shade for the lashes from Crimson Rhapsody, Obsidian Glow for the contacts from Teamies, Blood Red Night for the lips from this banner, and I'm using Twilight Reflections for the skin tones. So here, in Passionate Banquet, in Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. And I am using this Eureka, Dreamwalt's head. And here's what she looks like running around. The hair kind of looks green in certain lighting, but it does also look brown in other lighting. Oh, and floating. And on the wolf, here with the rifle. Anyway, I will change time of day here. It's more light around here. Oh. Yeah, I don't think the cape clips with the dress, so that is cool. No clipping is always good. Yeah, the moonlight comes from this direction, so here's where she looks like. And here's where she looks like in Flora-Wish, because, I don't know, I was thinking of this building for some reason. I felt like she would fit in here because of this large spindle spool of thread. Yeah. Anyway, those were all the looks. I will leave the codes down in the comments. If you don't see them, they should be up shortly. And whether I recommend this banner or not, I really like this. I think every single piece has so much styling potential. I like the dress. I like the hair, but I prefer the dress. But I love the cape. The cape is everything, and the fact that you can form shift it even if you don't have any of the evolutions is amazing. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Infinity Nikki pulls, dye showcases, gameplay, and stylings, do consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Momo, be careful. Don't get blown away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.